Oh, the one you just sent me? Okay.
He's given me a thumbs up
Okay.
and Ed's
On, which one's that?
I think thumbs up.
Okay, all right, I didn't know if there were. Did he also talk about this shell building one? Was that 114,000 was all that was? Okay, all right, cool, all right. It was more than that, okay, that works. Yeah.
Welcome to the Delaware County Commissioner Special Meeting, Monday, December the 30th, 2024. It's now 10:05. Please stand if you wish for the pledge. Ed?
Roll call.
Roll call.
Ms. Henry.
Here.
Reagan.
Present.
King. Brooke.
Here.
Okay. The absolute title deed sale. Ed, do you have that handy?
Yes. We plan to have a deed sale this next year. In order to have that deed sale, we need to have the title work done prior to the deed sale. And this contract is essentially for the title work to be done prior to that sale.
And that's pretty much standard, $250 per title search.
Yes.
And do we have a date on that sale yet?
We don't.
Usually in the spring or fall, or?
It'll be late spring, early summer.
What's the pleasure, please?
Make a motion, we approve the agreement with Absolute Title.
I'll second that. Roll call, please.
Ms. Henry.
Yes.
Reagan.
Yes.
King.
Thank you. And then the SRI deed sale.
So this is an amendment to the existing contract that the treasurer and I conduct our tax sales. So this is an amendment so that we can actually have the deeds also.
And we're now using SRI, and very pleased, aren't we?
Yes.
Make a motion, we approve the SRI amendment.
Second. Roll call, please.
Ms. Reagan.
Yes.
Ms. Henry.
Yes.
King.
Okay. Improvements, Ms.
Well, we have some bids under advisement for the Justice Center, parking lot. Or I guess the table. The, total for phase 1 and 2, which is the front, is $328,414. I'll make a motion to remove those from the table.
Second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Henry,
Yes,
Ms. Reagan,
Yes.
Mr. King,
that bid, there was a bid by E&B, I think, were there 2 bids that come in on that?
Actually, there was one bid, I think it was just one bid, just EMD was the only bidder,
All right,
but there were 3 different options.
so I'll make a motion that we approve, option 1, which is phase 1 and 2, paving the front of the, Justice Center.
Second that. Roll call, please.
Reagan,
Yes.
Henry,
Yes,
King,
I will get the contract out to EMD today to get an assignment. Okay?
And so I hope they put us first in front of PennDOT. We don't have to wait. Thank you. Okay, John, on the fifth, sixth
Yes.
amended.
I've been working with, Mr. Carroll in his office on amendments to the 6th amended American Rescue Plan, that we have to get the numbers that are right and move money into revenue replacement. We have several projects that have been completed, and those are identified in this 6th plan. Some of them were closed long before the 6th plan, they're not included, but we have them on the spreadsheet, which is gonna be attached to part of this plan. We have revenue, moving, money to revenue replacement, so that total is $3,610,631.89 for revenue replacement. The Treasury, had guidelines which allowed recipients of ARPA, money to dedicate up to $10 million per year, or $10 million towards the plan for revenue replacement, so we're well within that. The other, and that money is made up of money that wasn't allocated, money that was received from other projects that were either abandoned or stopped before completion, and or money that wasn't allocated. So that revenue replacement money can be used for any purpose, but it has to stay in the ARP fund itself that the auditor created.
Now, I understand there's some money that needs to be moved.
Well, we moved, use it with Ed's office, we moved all the remaining money into revenue replacement. And that number is actually a little different than what was sent out just a few minutes ago, because they finally got a hold of Jason at Regional Wastewater to close out one of their projects.
So we need to,
The total for revenue replacement is, as I said, $3,610,631.89. That's just, a few $1,000s more than the last one I sent out just half an hour ago.
I'll make a motion, we, approve the 6th amended plan with that correction.
second. Roll call, please.
Reagan.
Yeah.
Henry,
Yes,
King,
We will then have Kyle post this on the county's website along with the spreadsheet showing the project. Okay?
Thank you. Appreciate John and Ed spending many hours on getting this. The government, John, you kind of explained it, or Ed, is you were going along, they were changing the rules and,
Yeah, the Treasury Department has been changing the rules for the last 2.5 years on all this, actually 3 years. And there was one that just came out in October of this year. Since all the funds have to be obligated by the end of this year, and then they have to be spent by the end of 2026, we wanted to make sure we have all of our funds obligated, and so we don't have to return any of the money. So that's why we're at crunch time here, trying to figure this out so we can get all that stuff done.
appreciate Mr. Carroll's staff. that he has in place now, working very hard on this. Okay, we've got an ordinance for second reading, ordinance number 2024-32.
This is an ordinance regarding the interest earned on the American Rescue Plan funds pursuant to the State Board of Accounts directive. This has to go into a separate fund. It doesn't go back into ARP. It has to go into a separate fund according to the State Board of Accounts. It's not accountable to the federal government because it's interest that's earned on the investment, but it can't be commingled with the ARP money. It has to go into a separate fund. So this created a separate non-reverting fund for the commissioners on the interest on this one. We adopted you introduced an ordinance at the last meeting, and then Ed shared with me some directions from the State Board of Accounts on how this needs to be accounted for on the county plan, and it can't go back in ARP. It always been thought before that it could go back and just saved in the ARP plan as part of revenue replacement, but it has to be a separate fund. So we have to create a separate fund by ordinance. So the original one was modified to set up this special fund.
I'll make a motion, we adopt ordinance 2024-032.
Second, roll call please.
Ms. Reagan,
Yes.
Henry,
Yes,
King,
I know that council has, interest in the, interest money, I guess, and I will be, contacting them and working with them to make it less impactful for their budget. And also, far as our intent for the use of the interest money was for the startup of the rehabilitation center. So
Well, I'm glad to hear you say that. 'Cause
we'll try to figure something out
I
with
was
council.
thinking we should have them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, resolution for approval, 2024-23.
This is a resolution. One of the changes in the Treasury guidelines that came out in October, and was hinted at in one of the previous ones like July, June, something like that, was that some of this revenue replacement money can be used to reimburse the county for certain projects that had occurred in the past during the time of ARP. For example, some money that in the edit fund that was used to pay for certain edit projects can be reimbursed to the county because it's revenue replacement that could go back into the edit fund to fully fund the edit plan. And so what this resolution does is it tasks the auditor to work with the commissioners to find those certain projects that can help reimburse the county and restore money back in whatever, whether it's the general fund or the edit fund or highway or whatever it is, to out of revenue replacement to help. And this obligates the revenue replacement even further. So that's what that resolution is.
Good news.
I'll make a motion, we approve resolution 2024-023.
Roll call please.
Ms. Henry,
Yes,
Reagan.
Yeah.
Ms. King,
Okay. We, didn't put department heads on here, but we did keep the public comments. And we
Yes,
have,
since this is a special meeting, we're limited into what we can consider. So department heads, we can't consider their request, so, but the public has the ability to speak if they want to.
yes, and we had Doug Marshall. You're good? Okay. We want to keep everybody happy, thank you. Okay. Time for the recess then.
I'll make a motion, we recess and wish everybody a happy new year.
Yes, safe travels. Second that. Roll call please.
Ms. Henry,
Yes.
Reagan.
Yeah.
King.
Thank